excited. I am excited.
Chef Ciana.
Yeah.
Dinner is served.
Wow.
So we are doing the old carbo loading before the
run. Oh my
run.
god, this is so much pasta.
Yeah, I know, it's 2 servings.
That's fantastic.
So this is the meal to prep us for the 20 miler tomorrow. Scary. How are you feeling about the run tomorrow?
Nervous.
Yeah.
And excited.
Yeah.
Most nervous because I know what it felt like for the 18-mile one. And that was quite uncomfortable. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Alright, so this video, what are we revealing?
We are gonna give you insight to what preparing for a long run looks like.
Yeah.
And kind of, excuse me, all the little things that we do.
Yeah, and especially these 2 days, there are a lot of little things that make it a little easier, so we'll reveal all our secrets.
So you might wonder, Frida, why are you standing by the trunk with all these treats? Well,
Treats! Yeah, that's how we treat ourselves, with these running snacks.
With these running snacks that I would like to say feel like treats when you're running.
Calm down.
This one is really good though. Anyway, we are treating today as if we are running the marathon, because tomorrow it's the longest we'll ever run before the marathon. And obviously because we're doing it virtually and we are completely alone, there's not going to be any water stations and stuff like that, or like where you can refuel at half marathon time somewhere. We'll come back here so we can refuel our water belts and also more snacks in there for the end of the run. And that is what we're going to do on marathon day.
How you train is how you perform.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's true. The little things. And even with snacks, knowing like, okay, that with the treats, knowing like, okay, we had enough or we didn't have enough or we had too much, just like test. And we've learned a lot along the way, but just like learning more about that and using tomorrow as a trial.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
Brains.
So one thing that we do the night before our long runs especially is we prep our coffee, which only takes a few seconds, but it feels so much easier to do it the night before than at like 7 AM in the morning. You want to just make it as easy as possible for yourself. So something as little as this, or like leaving out your socks and the clothes you're going to wear, that's going to help you just get up and go.
High five.
Oh! Safety first, kids.
Alright, we're about to do the thing.
Feeling a little nervous, to be honest.
Me too, I'm a little nervous as well.
This is our biggest test so far. Let's go! Feeling good! Today's workout is 9 miles or 14.4 kilometers at easy pace, so able to talk. And then 9 miles or 14.4 kilometers at marathon pace, so 45-ish seconds faster. And then cool down for 2 miles or 3.2k. Yeah. You're welcome for the conversions, okay? That's some serious challenge when you're running.
Indeed.
Time for some treats.
I was just gonna say, it's our favorite time on the run where we get treats.
Woo!
Look at that.
Our go-to treat.
Looks delicious.
This is the shot you want.
Oh, wait, we got one.
Treat yourself on your long runs. Okay, Aaron's getting tired again. Bye. It was recording though.
We are now at 13 miles basically. Approaching the car. Time to refuel. Nice fixing. Thank you. Some Gatorade.
Get it under pressure.
Absolute views. There we go. Well done. I am so proud of you.
We have 7.2 Ks left at this pace, and then 3.2 K cool down. And right now, we're gonna have some more treats. 28K. Woo. Every step we take, we are running further than we have ever run before.
Let's go.
It's the final countdown.
Oh, my legs. Oh, my legs. Okay.
32 kilometers. I'm fine.
Okay, great. You want to do another one?
Longest run.
Complete.
Wish we could say it was pretty, but got it done.
I'm proud.
Yeah.
Way to go.
We just ate breakfast and now we're cooking lunch.
Yeah, so very excited for that. As you can tell, not only are we athletes and amazing runners, we are also master chefs. What we do every Sunday is that we cook with my mom, BJ. So she's gonna let you know now what we are gonna be cooking today.
Today we're gonna make the national dish of Spain, and it's called paella. However, we are going to make it vegetarian. Let's get cooking.
Spain's national dish, the paella, in 3, 2, 1.
So good.
So y'all might wonder, how can I cook this delicious food? You should check out BJ's Live Kitchen on Instagram, and we'll also post the recipe on a link in the description. BJ's Live Kitchen, BJ has a blog where she uploads a ton of delicious recipes.
And we are the master chefs.
We are. But the master behind the master chefs is BJ, right here.
Obviously, running long distances, for us anyway, there's many people out there who probably 32 kilometers is like, whatever. But running 32 kilometers is uncomfortable when it is your longest run that you've done. Yeah. Anything above 20 is quite uncomfortable. So we want to talk about how we get through that discomfort. So what do you do? What helps you?
I've definitely noticed now when we're going above 24 Ks. So when we did the 28 and now this one 32, that there are some specific things that I go back to. One of them being when I get uncomfortable, I tense my body. So I really try to bring my mind back to what I'm feeling and like relaxing.
Yeah.
So like I'll literally say, relax, and focus on my breath. And that's a really powerful tool, the breath in general, to use because it helps tie us into the present moment. So I definitely have used the breath a lot. I also remind myself that discomfort is normal.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable, I'm not in pain, there's a difference. And you are running very far right now, so there will be discomfort.
Yeah.
The last thing that I've noticed that I do is that I use power phrases.
Yeah.
So there was a moment in this run, during this run, when I was saying, I'm strong, I'm a runner, I'm fearless. And I said that over and over and over again for like a whole kilometer, I think.
Yeah.
And I actually noticed that my pace started to pick up a little bit, and I was like, okay, Frida, calm down. Not that it picked up that much, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that definitely made a difference. It just changes what you think of. Because when I give power to like my negative thoughts, it doesn't help, right? Because then you crawl into a little hole and you kind of want to stop.
Yeah. And you're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it helps me pull me out of that, like, I really want to stop right now. Yeah.
Frida literally said today, whoever came up with this was crazy.
Yeah, like, whoever came up with these long runs are silly.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy, like, there's no reason. I'm not actually racing. I'm just running 32 Ks. Like, we're doing a virtual marathon. Why does it matter? Like, these are the thoughts that are in my head. And then the tools that I mentioned help me, like, get out of that.
Absolutely. I feel like when it gets uncomfortable, those are the thoughts that you battle with.
I know.
I kind of use similar things too, just like naturally, and thinking back, and we talked about this earlier when we were running, like when we were doing the half marathon, my mindset was so different compared to what it is now. Like when I hit Discomfort during the half marathon, it was like that is the only thing that I could think of.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't think like power phrases or anything.
Yeah.
It was like, this is it. This is hell. And that's what would go through my mind for like the last kilometers. But now like I've grown so much, and that's one thing that I use is like going through the discomfort means you're pushing that boundary of discomfort further away.
Yeah.
So next time I run 32 kilometers, it's going to be uncomfortable, but I know that I can handle that level of discomfort. So like reminding myself of that. And then kind of what you said, like asking myself, is this pain or discomfort?
Yeah.
And it's discomfort, like touch wood, been no like actual pain. What I do is like a little body scan. So like I like to isolate the discomfort. So like I notice it a lot like below my knee, like my calves and my feet. And then I focus on like other body parts, and that just helps me realize that the rest of my body is okay.
Right.
Like those parts of my body are uncomfortable. It's not like I am uncomfortable. It's like those parts of my body feel that way.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that way. You know? So noticing like the parts that feel good.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this is when it gets really bad. When this was one day I was running alone, like a long one. I started counting my steps. Just because it was something else to focus on.
Yeah.
And when you're that tired, it takes a lot of energy to count your steps.
It does.
So I guess I kind of take my mind away from where the distraction is. That's like overall what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like you said, you can just let it grow.
Yeah. And then it will consume you, right? I definitely experienced that when we did the 28K run.
Yeah.
That for the most of that time period, like I was really struggling with my mentality and mindset because I was so uncomfortable. And I think that taught me kind of how to deal with this one.
Yeah.
Like not fall into the rabbit hole as much and using the tools earlier.
Yeah. And in a way it's kind of comforting. Like you were so uncomfortable that day and like you still kept going.
Yeah.
Like when you do that, it is like empowering. The next time you do something similar, you're like, well, I can handle discomfort, that's okay. But it's good to have those little tools like in your toolbox, because if you know something's going to happen, you prepare for it.
Yeah.
Like you know that running marathons uncomfortable. You know that playing a soccer game, a football game, whatever, it's gonna get to a stage where you're tired. So you prepare for it. Like what are you going to do in those moments?
We have a background in sports psychology. We know all the tools that can help you with so many different things. There's one thing to know, and then there's one thing to actually implement and do.
Yeah.
Practice what you preach, right? And I think before running 28 kilometers or 32, I didn't know what my response was going to be to discomfort of this level. Because it's a very different discomfort from anything I've ever experienced. So I also find that very interesting, kind of seeing how, you know, responding to it and using what I know.
And exactly like you said, practice what you preach. I didn't, maybe I tried to, but it didn't stick like during the half marathon.
Yeah.
It takes a while. And I also think it's interesting that there's so many tools you can use, but it's about finding the ones that work for you.
Absolutely.
Power phrases might not be someone's thing. Yeah. And that's fine. It's about experimenting. Yeah. Seeing what works, what doesn't work, what needs work.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you for watching our long run day. As you can see, not very eventful, except the fact that we ran, cooked, and ate basically. Yeah. Looking forward to the marathon in 3 weeks. And yeah, wrapping up the video here. Yeah. Any last words, Ciana?
Just don't forget to mind yourself.
Good one.
See you next one.
Bye.